Alrighty, fellas, hopping right into it. We're going to be doing a trade recap for today, March 18, on how I made $600 day trading the Nasdaq futures. All right, so hopping right into it. Today was a very special day. We had PPI at 8:30 a.m. and we also had FOMC at 2:30 p.m. So there was three reasons why I didn't trade 9:30 open, New York AM open today. Right, the first reason being PPI 8:30 a.m. Second reason FOMC 2:30 p.m. And the third reason being we had a big expansion overnight. And I say this time and time again to a lot of the Discord members. If we have a big expansion in the previous session, the following session is going to be very choppy for the most part. Right, so pre-market and London session was very expansive. We delivered a lot of liquidity. So I was anticipating New York AM to be very, very choppy. And as we can see, if we go back from 9:30 a.m., which is right here, to about 10:15, we literally go sideways. Absolutely nowhere. After that, we kind of deliver lower for a bit, but for the most part, we're just going sideways. And honestly, I feel like I really didn't miss out on much, right? So I waited and I told my Discord members to wait till 2:30 p.m. to take any trades. And what we see at 2:30 p.m. is this dotted line right here represents 2:30 p.m., right? So we see on the 15-minute time frame, if we go back, we see that we come up and we kind of sweep these equal highs right here. Kind of don't, but either way, right after that wick, we come down and we actually end up inversing this 15-minute fair value gap right here. 15-minute fair value gap, right? If we drop down the lower time frame, we see that we actually inverse that fair value gap. And on top of that, we also kind of leave these 1 minute fair value gaps right here, right? These bearish fair value gaps. We see that price is respecting this top fair value gap. And on the 2-minute time frame, this fair value gap right here is also being respected by the bodies, right? No body actually closes above CE of this bearish fair value gap. So going back to the 1 minute time frame, I see that price comes back up to this 2-minute fair value gap and we have a 30-second inverse fair value gap out of it. That is my entry right here. And I leave my stop loss at this high, right? So the reason why you see me, I entered here, right? 30-second inverse fair value gap. And I actually ended up adding a contract down here, right? So when I added that contract, I calculated my stop loss and it was actually more than $250, which is why you see me take off another contract right here. The reason being is even though I was fairly confident in this trade, I will never risk more than $250, right? So when I calculated the risk on this trade, it was actually over $300 when I added that contract. So I ended up closing that contract and just letting the original contracts that I took right here run. I was targeting previous day low, but I had my eye out for YM and ES because they were both moving faster, I would say, or moving lower than Nasdaq was. So the reason why you see me get stopped out here is because YM hit the daily low, therefore creating an SMT with ES, YM, and NQ, right? ES and YM both hit that daily low objective and NQ was still lacking. So when I saw that happen, I immediately drew my stop loss down to this low right here. Right, I had my stop loss maybe at break even or at this high. But as soon as I saw that SMT between the three assets, I drew my stop loss lower. And shortly after, we got stopped out right there. But overall, very solid trade. After this, the trade actually did end up running to our full draw on liquidity, which I love to see every single time. But nevertheless, we made $600 today trading Nasdaq. We are on track to get 3 payouts this month. Honestly, all glory to God as always. And I love you guys.